Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Glenda Sully's channel. I want to thank you for being here with me all the days this week that I uploaded a video and all the times that I talked about my symptoms with the COVID-19 virus and my progress and my regress. But today is Sunday, April the 19th, and it was 1 week ago today, I believe it was, when I was sitting over there leaning up against the headboard and holding Jill's phone in front of me as steadily as I could with my weak arms trembling to announce that Jill had been suffering with the COVID-19 virus and that I had contracted it. Whether it was from her or not, we don't know, and it doesn't really matter. But today I wanted to, I have a new book here, a devotional book that was sent to me by my very good friend Susan. And y'all will remember Susan. She's the one that took me to lunch a couple of months ago at Jonathan's there on Jericho Pike, and I believe it's New Hyde Park, New York. And I'll try to remember to link the video of her and I having lunch together that day. But Susan is a wonderful subscriber and wonderful friend and supporter of my channel, just like many of y'all are. And I just want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. So Susan did send me this book. It's These Days, Daily Devotions, Living by Faith. And it is published by the Presbyterian, Cumberland Presbyterian Church in America. So, and she writes, "Hi Glenda, we get these at church. Thought you would enjoy this. Love, Susan." So let me go ahead and read today's devotional. It is titled On the Road. Y'all, I'm shaking so bad because I used my nebulizer about 30 minutes ago, and the medicine, I forgot about it, giving me the shakes. So I used the nebulizer, and then I went into the bathroom to put my makeup on, and so the little bit of mascara that I did try to apply, you can tell it kind of got on my eyes and everything, but hey, and anyway, for giving it an effort and for trying. But I'll know next time to apply my makeup before I use the nebulizer, because it does just leave you with the shakes very badly. So let's not worry about that. Let's get into reading this wonderful devotional. On the Road, and the scripture is from John chapter 20, verses 19 through 31. Faith. Thomas answered him, "My Lord and my God." And that is from John 20, verse 28. Thomas's doubt is replaced by powerful faith when he meets Christ face to face. Even though Jesus chastises Thomas at the end of this story for not believing before he sees the risen Christ, I still think doubt is okay. It's natural. It's very human. In fact, Thomas's doubt just makes the gospel all the more believable. In the aftermath of the crucifixion, Thomas is full of fear. He doesn't trust anyone or anything until he, like Mary, needs his great moment of enlightenment. When Thomas finally sees Jesus, he knows exactly who he is, his Lord and his God. We all have moments of seeing when the scales fall from our eyes and we find ourselves immersed in a powerful faith that is beyond all comprehending. And this is written by Kate S. Fora of Saratoga Springs, New York. And she goes, "Loving God, when we are having difficulties believing in you, please love us anyway. Amen." So I really have enjoyed this devotional book. Thank you so much, Susan. And I hope that y'all enjoy it when I do share it with you. Now, Jill, she's been working, and she is able to go into stores and she does wear her N95 mask and her gloves and her protective equipment. So I asked her to please go by the Franklin Square post office and pick up my mail for me, which she did. And she also did some shopping last night at BJ's. And guess what? She even found a package of toilet paper. There were 8 packs left on the shelf, and she did buy one of the packs. So we don't have to worry about running out of toilet paper now for a while. Luckily, we've had enough, and we've been able to conserve it and use it sparingly. So I did want to show you some of the mail that Jill got for me. And this one came from Lori Schissinger of White River Junction, Vermont. I'll just read a little bit. My dearest Glenda, thank you so much for being you. I truly love your LAG attitude, which is love, acceptance, and gratitude. You're what brightens my day. I'm sorry you're experiencing some hard financial times. It seems when it rains, it pours. It does. And thank you for the gift card, Laurie, that you included in it. And look at how beautiful little kitty cats in a little bathtub. Oh, it's not a bathtub. It's a little ceramic bowl. Sorry, I thought it was a little bathtub. It's adorable anyway. And this one, let's see. Oh, oh, we're not going to read this one right now. This one is actually kind of ugly, so I'll save it for another day because it's a topic that I want to touch on another time. Sending you well wishes. Oh, look, little puppy dog. And this is from my sister Angela. Angie lives in Texas, and it's a get well card. I'm so sorry you are sick, and I pray it isn't the virus. This was before she knew of my diagnosis. I hope by the time you get this, you're feeling a lot better. I'm glad you were there with Jill. Oh, and she sent me a picture of me. Oh my goodness, y'all. This was taken at a Christmas dinner party when I used to work for Allsup Incorporated, which is the Social Security disability firm that I had told y'all about. One of my jobs was with in Belleville, Illinois. And this was a Christmas dinner. And this was actually the manager of the office here. I don't remember his name. And that's his wife right there. And this is me. And then this is one of the claims adjusters that handle the disability claims. There I am. Y'all, my hair ain't really that big. It's a shadow behind me. So that was in 1992. So I was what? 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. I was 41 years old. And I did, I don't know if that was my natural color. I think I did color my hair dark brown. I was real skinny then, y'all. I was probably 102 pounds, sopping wet. But when I lived in Belleville, I rented a house, and it was I didn't rent a house. I rented an apartment in a house, and it was an old Victorian home, and it was right across the street. Actually, there was a Olive Garden restaurant across the street from the house that was in an old home that had been converted into the restaurant. But this house, it had, I think it, I think it just had the 2 stories. Yeah, in the bottom downstairs apartment were these two women, and it was the mother and the daughter. And the mother was about 80, and the daughter was about 60. And the mother was she had had a stroke and she was in bed, and then her daughter took care of her all the time. But no matter what time of day or evening or whenever I went to visit them and check on them and see if they needed anything, they both had on a little makeup and had their earbobs on. Even the mother, 80-year-old mother laying in bed, she had her little screw back earbobs on. So every day, they got themselves made up and dressed and fixed up pretty, even though they weren't going anywhere. So I think that that's a good lesson for all of us to learn that no matter how down in the dumps we feel or what our disabilities are or our limitations are, go ahead and put a little makeup on and put a little mascara on your eyes and put on your earbobs and make yourself feel good. Once you look good, it makes you feel better. And I do believe that, and I do remember that. This picture here reminded me of when I lived there in that house and those neighbors of mine that I had. So let me go ahead and show you a few more cards. Y'all can see my voice is starting to tremble now because it's still very weak. So I'm not going to overdo it. I don't want to have a setback with this coronavirus because I have to come out of isolation Wednesday. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jill is back to work, and Husani goes back to work in the morning. Jill is off Monday and Tuesday, so I won't have to babysit until Wednesday. But I got to try to get outside and walk and get some strength and energy in my legs and arms. I have a baby that's still wearing diapers. I have to pick her up and put her on the changing table and change her diaper a few times a day. So I need some strength in my arms. But this is from my adorable, adorable, and loving friend, Tammy. Tammy also lives in New York, but she hightailed it out of town, y'all, in the middle of the night when things started getting bad and went up to her daughter's in the Adirondack Mountains. So you just stay up there in those mountains, Tammy, and don't worry about not having Wi-Fi. I'll just read a little of it. God bless you and all your family. I had to get out of the city. It was so bad. I couldn't go out, everyone panicking. I love you too, Tammy, and thank you for your sweet gift. And this is from Barbara, and she lives in Whitehall, Maryland. I think she sent me a recipe that I asked for. A cat lady. A lot of y'all are cat ladies, aren't you? Look how cute. As requested, here's the recipe. Oh, for burger pie. Yes, I did ask for that. You can use regular Bisquick. This was a later version. Oh, okay. A lot of y'all told me about these, when Bisquick first came out, I guess that was in the 80s, how they had these, quick dinner recipes on the back of the box. So thank you for these. I'll make this one day and leave the recipe for y'all. Thank you, Barbara. That's so sweet of you to remember to send me that recipe. And this is from my friend Bonnie, and she lives in New Hope, Minnesota. And Bonnie is a grocery store cashier. She's the one that I had told y'all about in the last video about how she was, every cart was $300 or more, and how her back and shoulders hurt her from lifting. And y'all, please pray for her. She is so sweet and such a sweet subscriber and supporter of mine, always sending me cards and gift cards. And thank you for the Amazon gift card, Bonnie. It really came in handy. And look at this gorgeous card, Easter card. I just love the cross and the drape and the Easter lilies. His destiny was the cross. His purpose was love. His reason was us. Glenda, blessings at Easter because he lives. Have a wonderful Easter with your family. I miss going out to eat. I pray Corona will end and life will go back to normal. Your friend in Minnesota, Bonnie. We all pray that prayer. We just want our lives back. I was watching these demonstrations on the news. These people, they just want to go back to work, and I don't blame you. I was listening to one of the sheriffs talk about how there's been a huge increase in domestic violence calls. I mean, you're all cooped up in the house together. There's no money coming in. There's no money for food. I mean, the stimulus checks, $1,200. I mean, that's a lot of money, but if you're used to making, $500 or $600 or $1,000 a week, really, I guess for some people, $1,200 is barely a rent payment or a house payment. And the food banks are just overwhelmed. Some kind of decision is going to have to be made about letting people go back to work, because we just can't continue not making any money, not having any money coming in, and not being able to feed our families. Y'all, I'm not going to, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to be able to finish with the cards because my voice is just giving out. But I do want to show you a couple more, and then I'll finish them in my next video. So don't feel slighted. This is from Cherish, and she lives in Springfield, Ohio. Thinking of you at Easter. Oh, look how pretty. This is so beautiful. And y'all, if I don't show the card that you sent me, just be patient, because I'm sure we'll be making another trip to the post office and pick up the other batch. Thinking of you at Easter and sending you the warmest of wishes across the miles. Glenda, I wanted to wish you and your family a beautifully blessed Easter from Cherish. Oh, I love your name, sweetheart. This is so beautiful and so sweet. Thank you so much. So I'm going to end this now because it's already going on 17 minutes, and I know y'all got better things to do than watch me on YouTube for a half an hour on a Sunday afternoon. So I hope that maybe you are able to get out of the house today and go take that Sunday afternoon ride. When I lived out there on Highway 13 East, growing up there on what we call Hargrove Hill and Lumberton, I would sit out on the porch and watch these Sunday drivers go by, and we knew exactly who they were and what kind of old 1959 or 1961 Oldsmobile or Buick or Chevy they drove. And I would just wait and watch for those old people to come by and having their little Sunday afternoon drive. And there was this one old guy and his wife, and he would mash on the accelerator and go real fast and then let up. Then he would just go down the road going zoom, zoom. It was so funny. Isn't it weird how your brain remembers such funny things and odd things as that? But anyway, I want to thank you for being here, and I just want to welcome all of my new subscribers. I don't know where y'all are coming from or how you found out about Glenda Sully, but I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to turn on that little notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And y'all, please don't forget to like my videos and give me a thumbs up. I have not ever turned off my like or dislike. I think a click is a click, and that's how we get paid on YouTube. So thank you so much. And y'all, please, what do I usually say? Tell your friends and family about me and share my videos. I just love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate you so much. Y'all make my life worth living. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys.